Good morning, TikTokers and YouTubers. Just want to give y'all some love this morning. You on the dig? I, left a message on TikTok that I would talk a little bit about my case. I'm gonna get straight to it. I ain't got time to be trying to buff it around and make it look like it was popping. It wasn't. I got busted in the '80s, and when I got flipped up in the '80s, the underdog of everything was, I fell under this new law that was created at the same time they was talking about war on drugs. And when they created this law, it was lopsided. You know, we end up filling up the federal prisons faster than anybody. You under dig? But I'm just trying to lay it out to you real quick. Give you much love. I was a drug dealer. Got into the game at a young age. Made my success at it. Traveling, getting up, doing things. Put heat on me. I ended up getting popped in another state. And after that, my journey had began, learning how to be a man. Because a lot of times when you in that pen, you don't know your right hand from your left. You got to learn to keep your mouth shut, your eyes open, and keep your ears away from everybody else's business. And that's 100. So anyway, I've learned how to do that, and I still stand on that here. Now that I got out. But anyway, I want to drop a lug about this thing about this California thing with Governor Newsom. You know, I'm gonna show you. I'm finna give everybody who can watch this video some real game. And majority of people need to watch this is you squares, because you squares got issues with Governor Newsom saying that he wanna chip out young, African American people who's descendant of Africans. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're saying and why you're complaining and being pissed. That just don't lame out with me. So I'm gonna give you game real quick, since nobody else gave you a game and you didn't learn nothing about it because you're so busy sitting up in the office right behind the thing. You don't gangster out. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of pull your pants up, tighten up your shoes, because I'm finna give you real game. Real game is this. You want Governor Newsom to break everybody off. Why? That's gonna bring money to you. That's how the drug game was. I would spend all my money on getting my product because I had a stove. So I'm gonna make my money back as long as that product needs to be sold. So why would you turn around and say, "Oh, Governor Newsom, you giving up this money to the African American people, but you're not helping no other race"? That don't come on, y'all. Be smart. That's some hating ass shit. That don't make no sense. That ain't even fly. You basically cut your nose off to spite your face. That's what you're doing. How you gonna knock your hustle? You got cars, you got jewelry, you got food, clothes. People are buying damn dogs worth major money. Everything can be sold. You don't get mad. Tell him give up the money so you can get your hustle. Because that's all it's going to do is advance your chips. It ain't going to take away from you. Black people ain't going to stop buying. Matter of fact, the game finna go to another level once they get those dollars in their pockets. You think they're going to be on YouTube saying, don't spend the money, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this? Come on, y'all. Come on now. They gonna drop that chips out. They gonna drop it off. Look what happened in the '80s. And y'all who wasn't around don't understand what didn't happen in the '80s. But the economy was booming behind drugs, and it was us that jumped it straight through the. Boom! It blew. Now that the economy is not moving, come on, let Newsom go on and get that economy, get California back on their feet. So Newsom going to sign that thing, man, and get that money out there. Don't worry about those squares, because a square is gonna be always a square gonna always be a square. Period. You know what I'm saying? A lame is always gonna be a lame, because if you don't see the forest for the trees, I know you heard that before. Y'all done heard that. You don't see the forest for the trees, so I'm gonna explain what that means. The forest is so beautiful when you walk inside it, but you can't see it because of the trees. So if you're standing outside, all you see is trees. You don't see the forest. Go inside that forest. This is what you're doing. You're shooting yourself in the foot. Newsom, show these people how to get things right. You gonna dig? You ain't the governor for nothing. You understand the laws and the gravity of life. Make it happen. Come on, squares. If you ain't willing to get out there and hustle, get out the way. Come on now. But again, y'all want any more questions about my lifestyle and how I lived in prison and things like that? If you want to learn about the penitentiary, hit me. Come on now, I'm gonna tell you the real. It ain't gonna be what you think it is. Trust. Peace.